Aloha, class. What language was that? Hawaiian. Yes, I did that because the sun is shining now. Isn't it great? Now you can go outside and you can play. It was raining earlier. It felt a little sad, but now it's sunny and you can go outside and play. So, hope today's been going good for you and you've been having fun and you've done a little teeny bit of schoolwork today. Just think, tomorrow's Saturday and then there's Sunday. You don't have to do schoolwork on those days. So you have 2 days off and then we'll start again. So enjoy your weekend. You won't have to do any schoolwork for me over the weekend. So the book I'm reading today is called Our Class Took a Trip to the Zoo. Well, I don't want to make you sad, but we were going to go to the zoo. But after I read the book, I will tell you there are some fun things that the Hogle Zoo is doing online. So I'll tell you that after I read this book. So it's kind of an interactive book, and I'll tell you as we go. You're going to have to, I'm going to leave some parts out, and you're just going to have to say them at home. So here we go. Our class took a trip to the zoo. I left my coat with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. So this is a picture of a coat. The next time you see the picture of the coat and I don't say that word, then you are going to say that word when I leave it out. I dropped my lunch when the bear startled me, and I left my with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. So did you remember to say coat right there? Okay, so next time you see this, you'll say lunch, and then this was coat. So remember that. Get that in your brain so you don't forget that. I tore my pants on the ostrich's pen. I dropped my when the bear startled me, and I left my with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. A button popped off by the lion's den. I tore my on the ostrich's pen. I dropped my when the bear startled me, and I left my with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. My hat blew away near Billy Goat Mountain. Popped off by the lion's den. I tore my on the ostrich's pen. I dropped my when the bear startled me, and I left my with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. My shirt got wet at the water fountain. My blew away near Billy Goat Mountain. Popped off by the lion's den. I tore my on the ostrich's pen. I dropped my when the bear startled me, and I left my with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. My shoes got muddy when I fed a duck. My got wet at the water fountain. My blew away near Billy Goat Mountain. Popped off by the lion's den. I tore my on the ostrich's pen. I dropped my when the bear startled me, and I left my with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. My dime rolled under the ice cream truck. My got muddy when I fed a duck. my got wet at the water fountain, my flew away near Billy Goat Mountain, popped off by the lion's den, I tore my on the ostrich's pen, I dropped my when the bear startled me, and I left my with the chimpanzee when our class took a trip to the zoo. Now here is this child. I'll show you the picture first. Look at all the other kids, and then look at him. Poor kid. Poor guy. He's missing his boot. He's missing his hat. He's all wet. All these things happen to him. And his teacher says, "My goodness, how did this happen to you? In the short time we've been at the zoo?" First, I left my coat with the chimpanzee. Look at that. Isn't that silly? The chimpanzee has his legs in the arms of the coat. That's funny. And I dropped my lunch when the bear startled me. I think that would startle me too. He growls at you? Yeah, I think I dropped my lunch. Ooh, I got to turn the page. Okay. Then I tore my pants on the ostrich's pen. Then I guess the ostrich got the part of the pants. And a button popped off by the lion's den. Uh-oh. So maybe he was riding up here. The button popped off, went down here. He lost his button. Then my hat blew away near Billy Goat Mountain. And my shirt got wet at the water fountain. Looks like the water fountain had a little problem there. Then my shoes got muddy when I fed a duck. And my dime rolled under the ice cream truck. Oh dear, I'll bet you'll be happy when this day ends. No, all the animals are my new friends. I wish I could be a zookeeper too and spend every day right here at the zoo. I think even though he had kind of a hard day, I think he enjoyed every minute of it because he was at the zoo and he was loving the animals. So I thought that would be a fun book today because, you know, our zoo field trip was coming up. And I know it got canceled, but I saw some fun things today online as I was looking on, I think it was Facebook. The Hogle Zoo is doing some little mini field trip kind of things. And when I logged on this morning, I saw one that they had done yesterday about feeding the lions and how they train them. And they even told me the lions' names. And one of them didn't like to look at the camera, and it was really kind of fun. So if you get on and look at Hogle Zoo, I don't know if I'm sure they have it on their website. I had looked at it on Facebook, but whatever your parents, wherever they can find it. I also know that other zoos are doing virtual field trips. So if you have your parents look up like San Diego Zoo virtual field trip, you can go on a zoo field trip. It just won't be with me in the class, but it'll be fun. You'll get to see animals. So I hope you have a good night. I'll see you on Monday because that's a school day. And happy birthday, Nicholas. His birthday's tomorrow. So yay, happy birthday, Nicholas. I hope tomorrow is a great day for you. And we will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.